Hey, what's up you guys, the Curious Owl here, and today I will be going through my extensive July TBR. So in the last few weeks, I have done videos talking about books that I had planned on reading in July that include authors of color, LGBTQ authors or characters involved in books, books that talk about mental health, and books by trans or non-binary authors. And I showed specifically in those videos my physical books. So today what I'm going to be doing is going through all of those again and including the books I have on my Kindle that I plan on reading. The way I want to do this basically in July is I am not going to be doing any random TBR books. I'm not going to be reading any of those, nor am I going to continue with my Stephen King reading series or my Thirst reread series this month. All of those books are being put aside so I can focus on these other books. Because this month, since it's my birth month, my birthday being on July 8th, I really want to take this time to truthfully be more involved in my reading and reading much more diversely than I have been in the past. Because I think that while I may have good intentions with my reading and plan on reading so many books, in a course of a month, I don't always take the time to read as many of these marginalized authors as I should. And so this month, because it's my birth month, I want to expand my horizons and really focus on these stories that really mean a lot to a lot of people. And there's so many of them that are anticipated reads for me that I do want to read, and I just, don't normally pick them right off the top of my head unless they fit a certain requirement for like a readathon. And this month, I just want to, focus on these stories that I think definitely go unsung in the gigantic white noise that there is within the publishing industry. So how I'm going to do this is I have every single book that I have by these different people in this little bin, and over the course of the month I will be vlogging this experience and basically drawing out different books and seeing what I get for the month. I don't plan on necessarily reading every single one on this list, but these are all the books I have put aside to make sure that I try to read, and I'm going to try to read as many books as I can over the course of this month. However, that doesn't mean that after this month, I'm stopping with that. I will be including from here on out every month more diverse reads than I have planned on a regular basis. Other than things for the House Cupathon, I think that I'm going to structure my reading to be not only the reading series I have and my library lottery pick and my, random TBRs and that kind of stuff. I'm going, though, to make sure that at least one book every month is by a diverse author, whether that's author of color, LGBTQ author, or involves LGBTQ or characters of color, characters that are trans or non-binary, or books that are by trans and non-binary authors, and books that focus on mental health. This is something I wanted to really kick off, though, with July, because since the House Cupathon has just ended, really, I felt like it was the most appropriate time to go about this. And like I said, it's my birth month, and for my birthday, I want to really expand my horizons. That's what I want to do for myself, is expand my horizons in a way that I think I've neglected. And I want to make this next year of my life a year of growth, because the past year I've done a lot of growth in my personal mental health wise and emotional and relationship wise kinds of things. But I haven't done that in my reading. And I hope you guys will be excited for the ride with me. And so without further ado, let me get into all the books I have planned. These aren't going in really any particular order. I'm just grabbing a set of them and going to talk to you about these. But the first set are a bunch of books by Marie Lu, which include the Young Elite series, Rebel, which is the concluding novel to the Prodigy series, and Warcroft. Then I have the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin, compilation of Maya Angelou's poetry, Bone Witch by Rin Shipeko, The Bride Test by Helen Huang, White Rage by Carol Anderson, Internment by Samira Ahmed, Angel Fall by Susan E., A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Taheda Mafi, Dear Martin by Nick Stone, Pride by E.B. Zaboy, Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Niven, The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith, Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. I have 2 collections here by Amanda Lovelace, To Make Monsters Out of Girls and To Drink Coffee with a Ghost, and I have more collections that I'll show in just a little bit. This is Where It Ends by Marieke Nijkamp, Hate List by Jennifer Brown, City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. I have a couple other books by Victoria Schwab that I'll show in a minute. The Princess Saves Herself in This One by Amanda Lovelace, This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab, Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Wan. I still don't know how to say her last name. Somebody help me, please. A Darker Shade of Magic by Victoria, or as it's said here, V.E. Schwab. They Both Die at the End, and History is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. The Devouring Grey by Christine Lynn Herman. The Mermaid's Voice returns in this one by Amanda Lovelace. The Dorothy Must Die story volumes 1, 2, and 3 by Danielle Page. Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. P.S. I Still Love You and Always and Forever Lara Jean by Jenny Han. Slay by Brittany Morrison. Monstrous Volume 4 by Marjorie Liu and Sana Takeda. Reaper at the Gates by Saba Tahir. Ink by Amanda Sun. The Wedding Date by Jasmine Guillory. The Ring and Crown by Melissa De La Cruz. The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. Line in the Dark by Melinda Lowe. Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. And Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur. And then the last 4 books that I have physically are Dread Nation by Justina Ireland, Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi, Arusha and the Tree of Wishes by Roshani Chakshki, and The Wrath of the Dawn by Renee Adier. Okay, so now I will be going into the books I have on my Kindle that I will be reading. Blanca and Roja by Anna Marie McLemore, Sal and Gabby Break the Universe by Carlos Hernandez, Race to the Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse, The Storm Runner by J.C. Cervantes, Dragon Pearl by Yoon Ha Lee, Tristan Strong Punches a Hole in the Sky by Kwame Mbala, The AI Who Loved Me by Alyssa Cole, Mirage by Somaya Dowd, If I Was Your Girl by Meredith Russo, Allegedly by Tiffany D. Jackson, Let's Talk About Love by Claire Kahn, The Weight of the Stars by Kate Ankrum, Queen of the Conquered by Kaysen Calendar, When the Moon Was Ours by Anna Marie McLemore, Kingdom of Souls by Rena Barron, Sculpt Yourself by Savvy, Beauty King by Savvy, My Sister the Serial Killer by Onikan Braithwaite, I think that's how you say their name, The Beautiful by Renee Adier, Blood Air by Emile Wen Zhao, Found in Night by Ben Alderson, Novice by Taryn Matheru, Inti by Nendi Okorafor, I'm very sorry, The Way You Make Me Feel by Maureen Gu, A Girl Like That by Tanaz Bathena, A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer, Wild Beauty by Anna Marie McLemore, I Believe in a Thing Called Love by Maureen Gu, The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chakshki, Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. Still haven't read that one, surprisingly. End of Days and World After by Susan E. The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. And I think that's all of them now. I have actually bought quite a few other books, but I'm not really 100% certain if they're by authors in this marginalized area or anything like that. So you guys will have to let me know if there are other books you would recommend that are by either authors of color or contain characters of color, are by LGBTQ authors or involve LGBTQ characters, books that talk about some kind of mental health and maybe our own voices, and or books that are by trans or non-binary authors or contain trans or non-binary characters. So, like I said, this is not necessarily all the books I will be getting through in the entire month, but these are a list of books I would like to get to. I will be drawing them over the course of the month to try to read through as many books as I possibly can. So thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. If you guys did enjoy it, please do give it a big thumbs up and make sure to let me know of any other books you would recommend that I obtain so that I can add them to my collection of marginalized communities that I would like to read from in the future. If you guys haven't already and you'd like to be, hit that button down below and subscribe to become an owlet in our flock, and I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye guys.